Self-confidence is often misunderstood as personality. People believe you are either born confident or you are not. This belief is not only false, it is damaging. Confidence is not a trait, it is a neurological pattern. And like any pattern in the brain, it can be built, reinforced, and reshaped with intention. Most people struggle with confidence not because they lack ability, but because their nervous system has been trained to associate visibility, decision-making, or leadership with threat. The brain does not care about logic, it cares about survival. If past experiences linked exposure to rejection or failure, the brain learns to protect you by creating hesitation, self-doubt, and avoidance. What neuromarketing reveals is powerful. The same techniques used to influence perception, trust, and authority in others can be applied internally to reprogram how you perceive yourself. Confidence is perception, and perception is programmable. The first thing to understand is that the brain constantly answers one question: how should I feel about this? When it comes to yourself, that answer is shaped by repetition, emotional intensity, and symbolism. Neuromarketing uses these exact levers. The first exercise is called identity anchoring. Your brain does not respond to who you want to be. It responds to who you repeatedly signal yourself to be. Most people unconsciously reinforce a weak identity by how they speak, move, and imagine themselves. Identity anchoring flips that process. Once a day, preferably in the morning, you choose a single identity frame, not a goal, an identity. For example, I am decisive or I am grounded under pressure. Then you anchor it physically. Stand upright. Slow your breathing, slightly tighten your core. Keep your chin level. While holding this posture, repeat the identity statement internally with calm certainty. Not hype, not force. Calm authority. Why this works is neurological. The brain associates posture and breath with internal states. By pairing a physical anchor with an identity statement, you create a memory loop. Over time, your nervous system begins to access that state automatically. Confidence grows not from affirmation, but from embodiment. The second exercise is perceptual reframing through contrast. Neuromarketing relies heavily on contrast. A product looks more valuable when compared correctly. Your brain works the same way with self-evaluation. Most people compare themselves upward, constantly measuring against those ahead of them. This erodes confidence. Instead, you will use controlled contrast. Once per day, write down 3 situations from your past where you handled something better than you would have years earlier. It does not need to be dramatic. Emotional regulation, speaking up, making a decision faster. Then consciously compare your past self to your current self. The brain learns through evidence, not encouragement. This exercise gives your mind proof of growth. Confidence is not arrogance, it is trust built on remembered competence. Over time, this reframes your self-image from not enough to progressing, and progress builds momentum. The third exercise is the most uncomfortable and most powerful. It is called authority projection training. In neuromarketing, authority is communicated before words, through pace, through pauses, through eye focus. The brain subconsciously assigns status based on these signals. Choose one daily interaction where you will slow down deliberately, speak 10 to 15% slower, pause before responding. Maintain relaxed eye contact. Do not rush to fill silence. Your brain interprets urgency as lower status and calm control as higher status. When you act with authority externally, your internal state follows. This is critical. Confidence is often built from the outside in. Behavior leads emotion, not the other way around. At first, your mind will resist. It will say, "This feels fake." That resistance is a sign of reprogramming. The brain resists unfamiliar patterns even when they are beneficial. Between these exercises, something subtle happens. Your internal dialogue softens, decision fatigue decreases. You begin to trust yourself not because you feel fearless, but because you feel regulated. True confidence is not loud. It is stable. Midway through my own transformation, I realized that many people need structured tools to dismantle insecurity, scarcity thinking, and nervous system-based self-doubt. There are resources that go deeper into identity rewiring and confidence conditioning. You'll find them linked in the description. What neuromarketing teaches us is this: people respond to confidence because confidence signals safety. When you trust yourself, others follow instinctively. But the real victory is internal. Confidence frees mental energy. It reduces overthinking. It allows focus to replace fear. You do not need to become someone else. You need to remove the signals that tell your brain you are unsafe to be seen. Confidence is clarity under pressure. When the mind aligns with the body, identity stabilizes. When identity stabilizes, life responds differently. Later, when confidence becomes natural rather than forced, you'll realize something important. You were never broken. You were simply running outdated mental software. For those ready to accelerate that rewiring process, the links in the description offer deeper frameworks for building inner authority and emotional stability. Confidence is not a gift. It is a system, like the video. Subscribe to the Mind Forge and build the mind that commands respect, starting with your own.